we are back, and we just have to switch our platform for the interest of our viewers. So you are welcome to Relevant Studio. Is Reformist Sunday Chat. I'm Olalekan Solomon Ogunrinu, reaching you from the Relevant Studio here in Jos. Good evening, viewers. It's 5 days to the presidential election of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are here today to discuss the candidates and their chances. And we already have in the studio, with us already our guests. As at now, we have from two political parties present now. The Labour Party came in earlier, and also we have the PDP as well right away in the studio. So while I introduce them, I want to welcome Afolayan Yinka. He is a student of law. He's a student of law from the University of Ibadan, and he's in here tonight as a steward for Labour Party and Peter Obi. Good evening, Mr. Ephraim.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
All right. How is Ibadan this evening?
Ibadan is calm and peaceful this evening.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We are very sorry for the little technical issues we had earlier. We are very sorry. Now the issue has been resolved and we can ride on. Also, I'm having with me tonight as well a very great man. When I read his citation, I was a bit intimidated and challenged as well as a youth that we need to do more. I have with me tonight on the side of the PDP in person of Lamidi Said Ademola. He is a political scientist. He's an educator and one of the best brain we have. Ademola, good evening and thank you. Hello, please, you can unmute your microphone. We can't hear you. It shows your microphone is muted.
Good evening.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me here. I'm grateful for the privilege.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. We will start with tonight. I still much believe that Mr. Yinka is here with us. For our viewers earlier on Facebook, please, we have migrated now fully to YouTube only. Please, you can please join back. If you are here, please, you can help us tell people back to migrate and join us here. God bless you. Thank you so much. So we want to start the discussion like this tonight. And I think I want Mr. Lamidi to set the pace for us tonight. On the state of the nation, we have 5 days to the presidential election of the Republic of Nigeria and the federal legislators election. What is your general overview about the state of the nation as it stands tonight?
Yes, thank you. There is tension everywhere. The atmosphere is not too good for a country approaching election. Though we understand that it is a product of infight, the infighting within the ruling party. We understand that is a problem. They created the artificial tension in the country. Though we understand that what they are doing presently, we don't know where we are heading to. But to us in the PDP or in the opposition party, we believe God will take control and we shall have the election, though there is tension. The country is is in how do I call that? Is in coma. I don't want to say we are dying in this country. There's a war going on, and one will not understand that it is a civil war that is going on, because if you have money and you cannot get the money to spend, if the economy is not faring at you, if you cannot take care of your family because of the policy of the government, the country is not. We are not happy with the entire situation. We just hope that we skate through to Saturday and we are able to change this government by Saturday. The tension is high. The atmosphere is not fairing at all. So, but we pray that by Saturday we have the election and we can vote out the ruling party, because the party, a government is formed in a democracy. We form government with political party. It is the agenda of the party that drive the government. So when you don't have a party that is having an issue within its own government, that means there is a trouble in the country. Our democracy is in trouble. Our rule of law is in trouble. Everything is in trouble. But we just hope that by divine mercy, we are able to skate through till Saturday and vote out this government. I think that's my take now. Everywhere is tense.
All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Lamidi. Say this: the nation is almost in comatose, and well, I so much expect you to say that, since you are from the opposition side, and a very strong opposition for that matter. Thank you, Mr. Lamidi, for sharing your thoughts on this. And now, moving forward, Mr. Yinka, you had Mr. Lamidi now say the country seems to be in comatose. I don't know. What would be your own review of the current situation in the country as it stands now?
But I agree fully with Mr. Lamidi about this country being in a very precarious position right now. I mean, everything feels like everything is in autopilot right now. Like, there's no direction. Things are just all over the place. There's a general feeling of discontent among people. If you go out, you hear people talking, and you can feel the dissatisfaction in the air. You can feel everybody is tensed. People are not comfortable. The government's policies are stiffening businesses, and in overall, the country is not in a good place right now. We have corruption rife all over the place. We have every duty trucks falling on people, absurdities that should not be happening in a country with a government. We have security issues all over the place. We have so many problems. The economy is not in a good place either. Government policies, CBN policies are stiffening the economy, and a lot of issues like that. So clearly there's a need for change, and people are really feeling the heat right now. So I think all of this will play a prominent role in the elections coming this weekend.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. This is not expected from you. At least a lawyer in training, is very clear that you are going to have a very objective contribution over there. Now, moving forward, I would like to go back to Mr. Lamidi, and certainly setting it straight. We also invited APC representative on the show tonight. I wouldn't know, maybe the technical issue is still keeping him up till now, but I'm pretty sure the studio is still in contact with him. As soon as he joins the conversation, we are going to carry on from there. Now, moving forward, I will not be like this. Mr. Lamidi, the question is for you, and later we'll come back to our Mr. Nika. In your own view, like, I understand I understand you have a whole lot doing around leadership management, and you belong to a very good organizations that work on that advocate for good governance and leadership. In your own view, what will you define as an ideal leader?
Yes. Um. I, I think I'm audible. Am I audible? Okay. In my view, this country has been in search of an ideal leader, but we have not gotten one since. We returned to democracy since 1999, and we have been looking for an ideal leader. Though in the past, some people have tried their best in terms of the way they administer the country, but yet we are not there yet. We are looking at leadership in terms of responsiveness and responsibility. The first quality that I will respect in a leader is that responsiveness and responsibility. You describe a leader by the degree of his responsiveness to issues, by the degree of his readiness to take responsibility. You describe leaders by the degree of values is coming to add to whatever situation he or she find himself or herself. You describe leader by the degree of the ability and capability, and you describe leader by the degree of its sincerity. So when you talk of leadership, when you talk of an ideal leader, you are looking for someone who is ready to serve the people. Because in my concept, in my own understanding of leadership, leadership is basically about service. So you need someone to be a person that will be an ideal leader, will be that person that will be ready to serve humanity. That person that will be ready to serve the society. That person that will be ready to serve the masses. Not just you being ready to serve yourself or to serve your caucus. Not just you being ready to serve your group or your caucus. Or not just you being ready to serve or satisfy your taste for position or authority. So I describe an ideal leader as someone who is sincere, who is service ready, who is responsive, and who is responsible. So these are my own definition of leader. An ideal leader is that person that is ready to sacrifice whatever he has for the society. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Very audible. You are very audible, sir. We can hear you.
So in my own concept, I've in what I do, because I work in the development space, I see leading or leadership as an habit and not an act. That every person, every individual must imbibe that leadership habit. And what are the qualities you are looking for? Those are the things I've mentioned. An ideal leader must be responsive. An ideal leader must be responsible. And I underline that word sincerity. An ideal leader must be sincere. You must be sincere with your own person. You must be sincere with the society at which you are serving. When I said sincerity, I'm talking of you knowing what you are capable of doing and what you are not capable of doing. It is not an ideal leader, no matter how your vibrancy, if you know your head status is not good for a particular position and you want to force yourself into that position. That is absence of sincerity. So I see an ideal leadership by being sincere, by being responsible, and by being responsive. And I want to add also that accountability is also part of what forms the qualities of an ideal leader. Am I audible? Can I continue? I'm waiting for Mr. Olalekan to put me through if I should continue. So, in summary, an ideal leader must be ready to serve the people and not to serve his interest. You are not taking leadership position to cure the quest, your own taste for position. No, that is not the reason why you want to be a leader. Because taking position is not even the only yardstick to measure who a leader is. a leader is that person that is responsible, that is responsive, that is accountable, and that is sincere with his people, and that is service ready. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Lamidi. I so much appreciate your contribution. Even over there, uh, just like you said, an ideal leader, since Mr. Yinka is back in the studio, okay? An ideal leader, since an ideal leader, you mentioned something that an ideal leader is someone who is sincere, the place of sincerity. At Relevant Studio, which is an arm of Reformist Leadership Resource Center, we advocate and we be canvassing for what we call the 4S. That is selfishness, uh, sincerity is there, sacrifice and service. We believe these are the key areas that every leader must have. And thank you for touching on that. I will come back to you. Mr. Yinka, if you are still very there in the studio with us, in your own view, in a time like this, an ideal leader,
Yeah,
the
I'm
concept
here.
of an ideal leader, how will you define it? Yeah, how will you define the concept of
Uh,
an ideal
uh,
leader in a time like this? In relation to the country Nigeria.
okay. Yeah, I think the concept of who a leader is not hard. It speaks for itself. It's something that when you see it, it is obvious. You don't need to look far and wide to know what a leader should look like. I think a leader should be someone who is service oriented, someone who is altruistic, someone who is ready to inconvenience themselves for others, someone who has the good of the people is purporting to lead at that. And a leader should be someone who is intellectually sound. A leader should be someone that is mentally capable and intellectually sound. When they speak, you should see that they know what they're talking about. When when they make decisions, you should be able to decipher from their decisions that they are mentally sound. Um, when in all, you should be the way they tackle issues, you should be able to recognize that, oh, this person is intellectually sound. A good leader should have, especially in the context of Nigeria, should be someone with a strong track record. You if you are looking to vote for someone this coming weekend, you should be looking at their track record and seeing what they've done previously, their achievements while in government, the previous posts they've held, and we can all see the achievements of all the major candidates. Their public record. We can see all the things that they achieved, whether as governor, as vice president, and all of the other posts that they previously held. A leader should be someone who is baggage free. When I say baggage free, I mean someone that someone without any controversy in their past, someone whose political trail is traceable and is clear and obvious and without any doubt. Someone who doesn't have any baggage of corruption. Someone who is who you can vouch for. Someone who's not shrouded in mystery. That should be another quality of a leader, especially in Nigeria's context. I think a leader should be healthy
Oh,
as well,
beautiful.
and healthy and agile,
All
because
right, all right, all
Nigeria's
right,
problems require someone who can
all right.
be active and
Let me try to call me. Let me try to call me.
oh,
Mr. Yinka, if you can hear me,
all right.
if you can hear me, can you hear me, please?
I can
Okay,
hear
let me try to call me. At least
I
you've
can
been
hear
able
you.
to, yes, you've been able to, yeah, you've been able to give the brief definition and in your own view, and it's well understood. And now you see, it's so sad that we find ourselves where we find ourselves in our nation today. What can we do? I don't know. I'm not a politician and I'm not taking side, and that is why we invited you people here today. And the only thing that pains me a little bit is that I wish we have the representative of APC in the studio now, and up to now we are yet to see him. So that is just my because I know uh, if we have somebody from that side of the divide, they too they might have something tangible to say as per what we are discussing tonight. But please, for those that are following us online, I want to make an appeal to us earlier. I before we quit Facebook, you can my co-executive producer Sam Makinde, if you're online, Victor, I used to if you're online, please you can help me go to the Facebook page and tell our people to join us on YouTube as we've rectified the issue now and we've abandoned that very place. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Thank you so much. So moving forward with divine one and healing lives. I would like to start this time with Yinka. Yinka,
Yeah,
you
I wasn't.
you've spoken eloquently about who a leader.
Okay.
Yes, so I want to ask who is your choice for the next coming presidential election, and why did you choose the person?
Yeah, my choice is Peter Obi of Labour Party, and it is obvious to see why that is the case. Peter Obi has demonstrated. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. So Peter Obi has demonstrated all of the qualities of a good leader. Are you with me?
Put me back. Hello,
Okay.
I'm
Can
with
you
you.
hear
We
me?
are only putting the camera on you for you to talk. I'm here with you.
Okay.
Very
So
well. You are
I
loud.
was saying.
You just don't worry. We are hearing you.
All right. So like I said, Peter Obi is my choice. Peter Obi of Labour Party, and it is easy to see why that why is my choice. Is is the candidate that best suits all of what I look for in a leader, especially in the context of Nigeria today. His track record speaks for him. Is the best of all of the prominent candidates. I mean, there are about 18 or so candidates in this election. But I think of all the front runners, of all the major front runners, is the clear winner in my opinion. Is the clear winner on all of these metrics. All of these metrics of leadership that we mentioned is the most capable in my opinion. His track record speaks for him. If you check his tenure as governor, you can see his achievement. You can see statistics on the metrics that determine how well the government is doing. You can see all of those metrics and put against his opponent. I think is far ahead of all of them. His tenure showed his capability as a leader in terms of the economy, in terms of infrastructural development, education, all of the things that you can, in terms of wealth creation and all of that, you can see his effect on Anambra State. And I think he's also the most intellectually sound of all of these candidates. We've heard the other candidates speaking on various occasions. We've heard Peter Obi speaking on various occasions, and it is easy to spot the difference in their ideas, in the way they communicate their ideas, in the way they intend to tackle the issues that are most urgent in Nigeria today. Our economy needs to be addressed. Peter Obi always hits the nail on the head on
But
every single issue.
but
In security,
but Mr. Mr. Inka, if I may come in,
Right.
when you are looking at the place of capacity and when you are looking at the place of capacity and every other metrics you're looking at, you understand how do you compare Peter Obi and the likes of the big name like Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Atiku who are in the race? Are you saying these people don't have the same capacity like he has?
Well, it will be funny to say that they did not achieve anything during their tenures or that they were a failure or anything like that. But I believe that if you compare all of these candidates objectively, you can see that Peter Obi is clear of them in terms of the economic position of Anambra State compared to states like Lagos, where Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor. You can see that based on the resources at his disposal, he was maximizing all of those resources and he delivered for Anambra State in that regard. In terms of education, Anambra State was one of the worst states in terms of education before his tenure. At the end of his tenure, Anambra State had been catapulted to the top of all of those metrics in terms of education. In terms of GDP growth in Anambra State, Human Development Index (HDI) in Anambra State, during his tenure, he performed better than all of the other candidates. And I think that when you want to talk of
All
the economic achievements of Lagos State, you have to consider Lagos' strategic position in Nigeria's economy and juxtapose that with Anambra's position in terms of economic issues in Nigeria. Lagos has the major port in Nigeria. Lagos has historically been a center for trade and economic activities. Lagos was once the capital of Nigeria. Lagos is effectively the hub of economic activities and trade in Nigeria. So all of those play significantly into how Lagos is viewed. So sometimes this can prejudice how we in Lagos State. Whereas Peter Obi's achievements in Anambra State, given the circumstances, are clearly phenomenal, in my opinion.
right, let's pause here and bring Mr. Lamidi on board. Mr.
All right.
Lamidi, you had what the young incoming barrister said, Mr. Yinka. So you heard what he just said. Oh, oh, by what I can see, please let me know if Mr. Lamidi is back into the studio. Like, let's ride on. Please, if you are here, with us and you have a question, get him into the studio, and we'll do that as soon as possible. Is it? All right. You are welcome, Mr. Lamidi. I was
Okay.
about to pose a question to you earlier,
All right, I'm with you.
and the question is very simple. Why candidate and who's your candidate and why the choice of your candidate? Do you think your candidate
Okay.
is best for Nigerians?
Thank you. Thank you. My choice of candidate is Alhaji Abubakar Atiku. And the reason is just not too much. Because I am not going to talk based on emotion. So many emotional attachment has been given to why people picked a candidate. I have just two reasons for supporting Atiku. I have two reasons for standing with the PDP. One, I talk of capability. The other one, I talk of experience. The two are working together. You cannot be capable when you are not experienced, because
Hello.
just like hello,
Hello.
hello, am I audible?
We can't hear you.
You can you hear me now?
We hardly hear you. Please try to reconnect your audio and join us back. We hardly hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear us now.
What of now?
Because
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now. Can hear you now. Okay,
You
did
can-
you hear
you
my
can-
question? Please go on with that question. We can hear
Okay,
you
let me
very
continue with
clearly
your
now. Very
question.
clearly.
My candidate is Atiku, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku. And the reason is just
Okay.
two. I have just two reasons for supporting him. One is capability. The other one is the experience. I'm not attaching emotion into whatever decision I'm making. I'm making this decision. I've made this decision basically on objectivity and not subjectivity. One, when I talk of capability, you cannot be capable when you are not experienced, because, like the general saying, experience is the best teacher. Atiku has worked in the presidency of the country and he understands, and that's why one of the major issue, because Atiku is the only candidate that have shown us a clear-cut manifesto. He has given us 5-point agenda and has given us a document that we can place on the table with any candidate in the country. It's not just about talking about maybe it is your right to govern the country at this moment. No, it is not about that. It is about what you want to give us. And one of the cogent, one of the most important and essential part of Atiku manifesto is restructuring. And that is the root of the problem in Nigeria. It is only when you don't have this, if you don't have this experience, if a candidate or a presidential aspirant lacks the experience about what actually is the problem with the country, because we have a problem with our structure. Our political structure is not balanced. We have an imbalanced political structure. We have a structure where a federal state is being governed with a unitary constitution. The constitution of the country is tagged federal constitution, but the content of the constitution is more of unitary. And one of the reasons why Atiku stands as the best of the candidates is because he has experienced this. He has seen how the country is being run in terms of the structure of the country. Every other factors, every other sectors of the country is attached to political structure of a particular country. And the root of the problem in this country is our political structure. And I've seen that in Atiku manifesto, the experience he has in governance has spoken for him already, because he has picked all this issue that has to do with restructuring in his manifesto. Not about the emotional attachment, not about the sentiment, and not about the tribal subjectivity. It is about someone that is capable. It is about someone that has the experience. It is about someone that has the knowledge of the operational situation in the country. When I talk of restructuring, I mean this because I do speak of restructuring anywhere I find myself as a teacher, as a government teacher, or as a tutor of political science. When I talk of restructuring, I put every passion into it, because I understand that this country failed because of our structure. We cannot have a federal state that is being governed with a unitary constitution. We cannot have a federal state where you run a government where majority of the essential service provider are being owned by just the federal government. It is absurd. It is not the best for us as a country. And that is why that restructuring as part of the manifesto of Atiku is one of those aspects of the manifesto that I loved. I love that restructuring as a content of the manifesto. And because of that, I stick into his presidency. I stick into his ambition. I support that ambition wholeheartedly because I understand that anybody that understand the problem, the root of our problem, will solve the problem of this country. And what is the root of our problem? It is that political structure. We don't even understand what we operate in the country. So many of us, even JAMB, we ask you to fill a form. What is the name of your country? It will be Nigeria. Whereas this country is named Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is when we have this restructuring, we understand that this is a federal entity. In a federal entity, all the component units of the federal entity are also government on their own, not just a subject. Between the relationship between the federal and the component unit is coordinate. It is not subject master relationship like the one we have in Nigeria today. And because I understand and I've seen that in the document Atiku presented to us as his manifesto, he understands the root of the matter. And because of the understanding of the nature of the problem, and the understanding of the subject of the matter, we believe is going to drive this country to an enviable height. So I support Atiku based on his capability. I support him based on his experience.
All right.
I think I'm audible.
Maybe let me come in and engage you. Like you are very objective. Yes, you are very objective. I'm trying to pose a question to you. You are very objective in your analysis and the reason why you chose that article. But yes, but what about we are Nigerians and since in fact since 1979, it has been as if it's like a pattern of though not constitutional, but Nigeria is not made up of a single side. As a teacher of political science, you know quite alright that in January 14, 1914, when the amalgamation happened, it was the northern and the southern protectorate that were brought together to form the entity we call Nigeria today. So, a Muhammadu Buhari of the northern protectorate just finished or about to finish his 8 years. And how sensible or on the moral base do you think it is for another northerner? See, judging from the feelings of Nigeria, the reason why I ask this question, I so much love it that you are not a northerner and you are supporting this, and that actually shows objectivity. You understand? If you are to be a northerner like us now, we can say, okay, maybe it's because you are a northerner. Yes, I've lived almost half of my existence in the north. So
okay, that's fine.
So that is why I asked that. You are not a northerner.
Yes.
And your analysis, but what about the feeling of the people that seems no, this is not to be like that.
Yes.
It ought to be rotational, even though our constitution never said so. So
yes.
What do you have to say in defense of this?
Yes. There is an element of subjectivity in that analysis that we are giving to us. And it's because we have a candidate, I don't want to mention any name. You have a candidate that is very sophisticated in terms of propaganda. Yes, I love my brother from LP because he's supporting Peter Obi, and I love that. The reason why I say that is this. This country graduated from being a country of southern and northern protectorate to having 4 regions, to having 3 regions, to having 4 regions, from the 4 regions to having some states. Now, today we're having 36 states. This 36 states is being divided into 6 geopolitical zones. And our governance, our democracy has been be decided by these 6 geopolitical zones. And that is why you see structure of government, you see somebody coming from the southwest, somebody coming from the southwest being the speaker of the National House of Rep, somebody coming from the north central being the deputy speaker, somebody coming from the northeast being the president of the Senate, somebody coming from another part of the country being the deputy president of the Senate. So the rotation in this country, it is not between south and north, it is between the 6 geopolitical zones. And if you want to be sincere with ourselves in this country, the only 3 regions that have not governed this country is the north central, the northeast, and the southeast. If we want to be sincere with ourselves, it is either we give the southeast the opportunity to govern this country, or we give the northeast the opportunity to govern this country, or we give it to the north central. It is subjective to say we are now operating since 1995, not 1999. Whatever admission we are giving, whatever position we are giving, we have been using that 6th line to determine our quota system in this country. So we have 6 geopolitical zones that made up the entity we call Nigeria today. And out of these 6 geopolitical zones, Southwest has the opportunity of being the president for 8 years. South has the opportunity of being the president for 6 years. Northwest has the opportunity of becoming the president of this country for more than 10 years. Because we had Buhari 8 years with that of Yaradua 2 years. You said 10 years. Now we have northeast, we have north central, we have southeast. Has not been entitled to the position for any time in the history of Nigeria since 1999. So if you want to be sincere, the rotation now, the government now, the presidents now should go to either the northeast, the north central, or the southeast. And that is why till tomorrow I will love those my comrades that are supporting Peter Obi, comrades from the southwest that are supporting Peter Obi. I love them, I cherish them, I salute their courage for coming out to tell the world that southeast is also part of this country, northeast is also part of the country, north central is also part of this country. So it is not about south north now, it is about the southwest, the south, the northwest, the north central, the northeast, and the southeast. So the southwest has been there for 8 years. Southwest has been. So thank you.
All right, Mr. Lavini, you've done well at this point. In fact, I don't know where to start from. Please, studio, help me put in count. But it's so peaceful tonight. The little issues we had at the beginning. Also, our APC representative that was able to make it. I'm actually seeing my brother, Fadila Afonabitosi, saying that all me Tosin, I don't know on which side of the divide are you? Are you for APC or for ATIKU? Please, Tosin, let me know. Maybe you want to defend APC. Let me know, please. Tosin, tell me why.
I would like to address some of his points. Some of Mr. Lamidi's points.
No. And
He can't hear you anymore.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. You can please. Hold on. Okay, I don't know if we have direct for Bami, let me project this. Bami, I will right there. Sorry. We are all aware that corruption, nepotism, favoritism, and all the banner. Hello, hello, hello.
I'm busy.
All right. Please, I'm very sorry the network was so unfriendly there. Please, so sorry. So sorry the network was so unfriendly. I don't know, maybe you can hear me back now. Hello, please, let's confirm that you can hear me back.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
I
thank you
can
so
hear you.
much. We are very sorry. Okay, so sorry. It's the network issue here. So now, let's move very fast because of our time. Because of our time, we have a whole lot of people here now that want to make a contribution. I'm still looking for a way to bring Fadi to lie on board. I will tell the studio to help me send out the link. Fadi to lie, if you can still hear me, you'll be brought into the studio now. Please just stay a little bit with us. Now, moving forward, moving forward. Uh, each of you, you've been able to canvass your candidate, and I don't know how possible it will be for us. And let me start by this. I don't know. Yes, let me go to Mr. Lamidi to say this first. How do you think your candidate might emerge? Are you just relying on the northern votes or how? Thank God, I'm very sure that you know that at least 25% of votes must be won in two-thirds of the country, including
Sure,
the federal capital territory. So
sure.
how do you think it might be? How easy do you think it might be for your candidate to emerge? What are the foundations you are looking at?
Every factor that is going into this election is in favor of my candidate.
We are not
I
hearing
don't know
you.
if you know.
Please, maybe you can adjust your audio again. We are not hearing you.
Okay, am I audible now?
Not at all. We can't hear you.
Can you hear
You
me?
are not audible, sir.
Uh,
Not at all.
hello, hello. Can you hear
The
me now?
network is not. We hardly hear what you are saying.
Can I leave and rejoin? Hello,
And we hardly hear what you are saying, sir.
hello. Can you hear me now? What of now?
Not clear at
Ca-
all. Not clear.
Ah,
I know you are trying
that's
to.
an issue.
Okay. If your network is
Can you
still,
hear me now?
maybe we try to. Not at all. The network is not friendly.
Okay. Maybe it's your network there.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Inka. Yeah, barista, if you are still in the studio, please, we'll come back later to Mr. Lamini. Hello, Inka. Hello. Okay, please confirm to me you can hear me very clear.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. I said you are aware of the provisions of the law for whosoever will emerge as the president of Nigeria. The 25% of votes, at least in two-thirds of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that is in 24 states, in, plus the Federal Capital Territory. How do you think your candidate can emerge? What are the likely permutations? Do you think he can actually win the southwest or the southeast, or he can win in the north? How do you think he can emerge?
Very good chances of emerging as the winner of the election.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm not too sure if I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear
Okay,
you.
your audio seems not too good enough. Yeah, your audio seems not too good enough. Please, for those that are following us online,
Hear you. But I can hear you.
all right. I don't know if the network is from this side. Okay, let me quickly make some few remarks. We please for our guests, if you are seated in the studio, you can try to reconnect us back. We are having issue hearing you. I believe people are not hearing you. Yes, we are seeing a whole lot of reactions there. We're seeing a whole lot of reaction. Thank you so much. People are really following us. These articulated and the city boys won't cease to amaze me. Anyway, the real city boy has arrived and he has come to stay fully obedient. All right. Do you know how many Nigerian sector under Atiku feed? How can we trust him not to buy the remaining filling sector? These are big questions. These are big questions. Please, Fadilai, Fadilai, please, if you have connect Makinde Samuel on WhatsApp, he will give you the link. He will give you the link for you to come on board. The link has been sent to Makinde Samuel right away. Please, Tosin Fadilai, if you can hear me, connect Makinde Samuel on WhatsApp right away. He's going to give you the link to come in. So now, people aspiration of becoming the president is to put Nigeria back from the principles of disastrous rain and set back on the path of his true.
Hello.
Position as the giant of Africa. Okay, now let me go back to my guest.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lamidi.
Yes, can you hear me now? Am I audible? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Thank you for.
Can I continue? Yes, like you said, if assessing the whole
Yeah, the
situation, if my candidate can win 25% of votes in 2/3 of the state, yes, Atiku is a nationalist. He belongs to a national political party, not just a tribal political party, not just a political party of one ethnic group. So with what we have on ground, we believe that it is not difficult at all to gain whatever number of votes we want in each part of the country, not just the north, including the southwest. Here in the southwest, vote to be declared North Central and the northwest. With the structure on ground, it is not just about Atiku, it is about a party that has its foot on ground. A party that you thought, that some of us thought failed in 2015, until we now understand what a failure is between 2015 and 2023 now. We have now seen the true picture of a failed government. We have now seen the true picture of a government where a political party in power, where the country is collapsing. So it is not just about we want to change something. Now, we have changed in 2015. I contributed for Buhari. I supported the APC. I was a party, one of the stalwarts in the APC then. So then we did not see failure. What we saw was just something that is not real. Now, what we are seeing today is a failure in its reality. It's the failure in its totality. Because a conglomerate of businessmen just came together and formed a political party. And they put Buhari as a topmost person in terms of using his integrity to campaign for election. A conglomerate. The only political party in Nigeria today that has a structure of what a political party is the PDP. And with that alone, I think we are sufficiently ready to win the election. That's the only party that has a structure of a political party. You cannot talk a political party that was in party for years without a board of trustees. There's no way you will not see failure in this government. A party that will not put in place a board of trustees because of selfishness, because of the kind of the power, the godfatherism within the structure. So I don't like condemning anybody. I don't like to criticize. I like to talk about my own person. My person, Atiku, is a national person. My person, Atiku, is a candidate that is winning that presidential election in all states of the federation. Forget about looking for the 25% or not. So I think in terms of structurally, I mean, the party that is structurally on ground to win an election, the PDP is on ground. Thank you.
All right. Beautiful, Mr. Lamidi. I want to welcome Tosin Fadilu. Like he kept
Hello.
saying he wants to come,
Hello.
but we are going to welcome and yeah, Tosin, I can hear you. I'm very, very happy to have you.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Hello, Fadilu. Like, can you hear me? Good evening. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Can you hear me?
PDP or Peter Obi? Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Which part are you? You are on which side?
Well, I have my 100% support for Peter Obi.
You're okay, all right. Then. We'll come back to you for your contribution. Let's go to Mr. Yikana. I thought on the side of PC. Let's go to Mr. Yika. Welcome back. Please confirm to me that you can hear me now.
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right, beautiful. There is a question here for you before you go to the yes. There is a question here for you. Before you go to the permutation on how are you there is this question for you, please. If you can hear me, there's this question for you from one of my very good boss. He said, as far as Nigeria is concerned, are we voting for party or voting for personality? Mr. Yinka, I need a response from you. Please, can you respond
Yeah, I want to respond. I think Nigeria's political structure.
to this in 2 minutes, Mr. Yinka?
Okay, yeah. So Nigeria's
Are
in
we
Nigeria's.
voting for party or for personality?
I'm about to answer that. Okay, so I think in Nigeria's political context, you can't remove political parties from the equation. Political parties are, have achieved some sort of prominence.
Please,
Whether
please. Hello, Mr. Yinka, if you can hear me, please
I can't hear you anymore.
try to drop and connect back. The audio is still very good. The audio, hello, the audio. All right, moving forward. Somebody, okay, I business with parties. What are you saying? What do you have for Nigeria? Somebody has replied in the chat box and saying that what is our business with party structure? What is our business with party structure? Like Pen Media believes there is no need for party structure. We are going Samuel Makinde from UK. He said, let's vote for someone with some level of integrity. That is what Samuel is saying. Okay, all right. Please help me bring Mr. Yinka back. I think it's my own audio here. Mr. Yinka, please come back and answer your question. Since others can hear you.
All right. Can you hear
I
me
think
now?
the audio is all right. Right on. What is your take on the
Okay.
first question? As
All
far as
right.
Nigeria is concerned,
Voting
are we
for
voting
party.
party or personality? Please answer that
Okay.
question.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
said Nigeria's politics as parties, political parties have attained some level of prominence. But whether that level of prominence is needed or not is another question. So I think that we can do without parties. We can vote for personalities. We can focus on personalities without the political. There are countries where there are no political parties. Candidates run independently, and it works for them. So I think political parties are overrated, and all of that talk about structure or no structure is not really does not hold water with me. I think that what matters the most is that people identify a personality that fits all of their requirements, that fits the mold of what they want in a leader, and that people vote for that. That is what democracy is all about. There's no need to overcomplicate things and talk about political structure. What is the political structure beyond people voting for a party and voting for a candidate? The party politics, to me, even over complicates some things. It is an unneeded evil that we've made necessary, in my opinion. So yes, we can vote for personalities, but in the context of Nigeria's politics currently, I think political parties still need to be recognized, still need to be taken cognizance of.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Import. Can you answer the yeah, I don't move forward now. Can you now answer to the question we asked earlier? How do you think it is possible your candidate to emerge? Do you think your candidate have that structure? What are the permutations you are looking? Do you think your candidate can win in 20?
Yeah,
25 can win 25% of vote in 20.
Yeah, I believe my candidate can win 25% of votes in 24 states. Currently, I believe that the
Four
Southeast and
states,
Southwest.
including the Federal Capital Territory.
Yeah, yeah. So the Southeast is largely in support of Peter Obi's bid. So I believe that from those five states, you will get you will win all of those states. And then in the South, you should be able to win 25% in some of the South states. In the Southwest is a bit more tricky. So I think this election will be won in the Southwest and the North Central, the Middle Belt. Uh, Whoever wins those two regions will very likely win the elections eventually. And I believe that Peter Obi can win the Southwest and South and North Central dynamic. I don't think that he will get all of the states, but I believe that he should do well in those states. And even if he doesn't win that many states in each of those regions, you should be able to get 25% in those areas. And based on that, I believe he has a very, and he did not too, he will win a good number of votes in the north, especially in the north, in states like Kaduna, where there's a strong Christian population. I think that will play to his favor. And then I think Kano State is one of the has one of the largest voting populations in the north. And I think that the 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 bid of the NNPP candidate, Rabi Kwakwanso, who is very strongly supported in Kano State, is likely to tilt Kano's state towards that direction, which will affect the general block votes, or the expected block votes from the north. The north historically votes as one. So like if the North votes as one this time around, then whoever they will not vote for will likely gain the vote. But this time around, it looks like the North votes will be fragmented based on the trends that we are seeing so far. So if the North votes are fragmented between Kwakwanso, Atiku, and Tinubu, I believe that it will play to Peter Obi's advantage. So I think overall he has a very strong chance of winning the elections.
All right. I think your permutation, I don't know how many people in our comment section actually hear that. I think I've listened to analysts actually making this same point that if the northern vote is fragmented, it might actually lead in favor of Peter Obi. How sure are we that the vote of the north is going to be fragmented? I'm a northerner, and
I
I know how we vote here in the north. So it might not be clear to you guys, but we see how all of these things plays out. Uh, Thank you, Mr. Nika. I will come back to you.
yeah
I'll come back to you. I still know that Chosen Family is with us in the studio. Immediately we conclude, he's going to hear his opinion. Please let us hear your opinion. Share this chat. Now you can hear PDP has a very strong political structure in Nigeria. No doubt. They are very strong all over the Nigeria. We do not have this type of structure, but we are inorganic. It has been people don't really know how it come by. Now, with the 1, 2, 3 marches on ground, some are of the opinion that not vote will always they are always proven to do that. The last time we look at the history of presidential election in Nigeria, in 1979, in 1983, when we have exactly a replica of what we are having today, a northern candidate emerged, the person of Shehu Shagari, and the likes of Aminu Kanu and And the other one, Ibrahim, could not actually stop Shehu Shagari imagine at that time. Could this actually work out for Atiku? Who knows? Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually played a card over there by picking another Muslim as his running mate. Who knows if this the sympathetic northerners from our side here. So let's wait and see in the next 5 days how everything unfolds. It has been a very beautiful moment in the studio tonight, and as we conclude, I will bring Yika on board and Yika, please.
Yes.
Yika, your conclusion part.
I can't hear you.
As we stand today, we have just 5 days to the election. I can hear.
I can hear you now.
Okay, what is your message
What did you say?
in terms of please let me land on it. In terms of peaceful conduct, what is your message to
Okay.
the youth in terms of peaceful conduct? Over the years, we've seen the youth engaging in violence. We've seen them being used as thugs in election and everything. But this time around, what message do you have for the youth? People like
Yeah, the message I have for the youths, especially those that are being manipulated by evil, evil and corrupt elements in the big political parties, is that they should not allow themselves to be used as tools of violence, and the same people that are using them are the same ones that have put them in the situations that have made them desperate to the extent of becoming thugs, becoming nuisance to society. So if they join hands with the rest of the population in voting out these bad leaders, then we can start to work towards a better future where nobody has to be a thug, nobody has to be a street or things like that. So it is the same politicians that are using them that have put them in the situation they're in. And those politicians want to maintain that situation. They want them to continue to be in their power. And the only way to break free is to vote those same politicians out. It is very simple. So youth should shun violence this election period and vote wisely. Vote for Peter Obi. Vote Labour Party, in my opinion. Yes, that's the message I have for the youth.
all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was
We
my
are still
pleasure
doing
to be
our
here.
still stay in the studio with us. Please stay. Yeah, please kindly still stay in the studio.
All right. All right.
You have a question I would love to react to before you leave. Yes, that's not been easy to stay all through to this time. The network, giving to the network, and every other thing. Now, Mr. Lamidi, your final words of the younger age that are still educated, that still know that they ought not to be agents of violence in this coming election. Please, what is your message for you, sir?
The simple message is to tell the youth to vote and not to fight. Not to fight. The strongest weapon in any democracy is your PVC. Is that thing, that key that gives you right to vote. So you cannot enjoy democracy when you are in the grave. You cannot enjoy the dividends of democracy when you are in the theater room. Maybe you are doing surgical operation because of bullet injury from the bullets or from the guns. So I want to encourage the youth that the only assignment we have on Saturday is to vote. And the best of the assignment is to vote Atiku Abubakar of the PDP. That's the best of the assignment. And the only role we have to play is to go to the polling unit with our voters card, our PVC, and vote, not fight. Vote, not violence. Vote, not attack. Discuss at the polling booth, not attack. Don't fight, don't attack, don't engage in any form of violence. Use the PVC and not the cutlass. Use your PVC and not your sword. Use your PVC and not the guns. It is in democracy. What is needed is a PVC and not gun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lamidi. You've actually hit the point. Use your PVC and not cutlass. Use your PVC and not gun. How I pray that our youth really understand this and like come on board and let us know your opinion before we close. And Mr. Yinka will actually answer his question that is waiting for him in the
Hello?
comment section. Tosi, what are your thoughts? I know you have something to say. They're listening to you.
Well, wait, let me on the lights first so that everybody can see my face very clear. Yeah, good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Yeah, good evening. Solomon, can you hear me? Solomon. Okay. Good evening, good evening. Well, I, well, to my own, my lonely, take my lonely, quite lonely, Joe. My quite lonely. To my point of view about this coming election, well, my 100% support is for Peter Obi because I believe we don't have to be hiding anything anymore because APC, PDP, this is not a matter of being emotionally. This is not a matter of being emotionally. Hello, Solomon, can you hear me? Okay. This is not a matter. This is not a matter of emotionally talk. I'm not talking about I'm talking about what is happening generally. See, this PDP of APC, these are the party that brought us to where we are now. This is the two party PDP APC. They have been ruling us for the past 20 years, 30 years now, and they have nothing to offer us. You keep on shouting. Okay. So we keep on shouting PDP, APC. The question is this: what are the benefits of these two parties in this our current situation now? Let's ask ourselves that these two parties, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of these two parties? This APC. I'm not talking about Tinubu. I'm not talking about Atiku. I'm talking about PDP, APC. We need to first talk about these two parties before we talk about these their candidates. Atiku have nothing to offer. Atiku have nothing upstairs to offer us. He have nothing upstairs. You only want to come so that it can be in the history of in Nigeria that, oh, okay, oh, I also become a president of Nigeria so years. That's what they are just looking. They don't even know what we are experiencing now. They don't even know what we are experiencing now. And if you ask this Baba Tinubu that what is your agenda for us, you keep on saying ẹ jẹ́ kí n débẹ̀ náà, èmi ló kàn. Ṣé ó jẹ́ ilé bàbá wọn ni? See, I'm not talking about maybe because I like Peter Obi, that's why I'm voting for him. My father is a PDP. My father is a PDP member. But I always ask him that, Dad, being a PDP member, what is the benefit of this PDP in this country? We need to know the benefit of this party. What are these parties offering us? What is the benefit of APC? Let's look at these two parties. These are the major party in this country. Let's look at their merits. As far as this country is concerned, let's look at their benefits. Forget about Atiku being an Hausa or Fulani. Forget about Tinubu being a Yoruba. Let's talk about these two parties. These are the two parties that have been dominate this country for over 30 years, and we keep on roaming around the bush without know our destination. Look at it now. Our education is poor. Our economy is poor. Our money don't have any value. We need someone that have something upset to over us. Hello, can you hear me, Solomon? Please, can you hear me? I need someone to be communicate with me, please, so that I can know that they are hearing me. I need someone to be communicate with me. Okay, so please, let's look at these two parties. Before we go into this candidate, that what are these two? What? Hello? Hello? Please, if you can't hear me, let me know, please. Please, if you can't hear me, please let me know. Please let me know, please. Because what I want to say is see, I've been looking for this kind of opportunity. I've been looking for this kind of opportunity for a while, to first sincere. We are suffering. Let's forget about being emotional. I'm not talking about although now if you look at my face, I'm talking emotionally, but I'm trying to tell you what the people around me, what they are experiencing as being a Nigerian. I'm not talking about listen, my oga, Mr. Wahab, I can remember you very well, Mr. Wahab. I'm not saying you should vote for particular party. I'm not in support of campaign for any party here. I'm just saying my own as a Nigerian. So if you like, you can vote for PDP, APC, any party you like. I'm not indicated to vote for any political party. I'm just trying to ask you the benefit of these two parties for the past 10 years in this country. Mr. Wahab, please, if you can answer this question, I'll be very glad. What are the benefits of this PDP and APC in this country for the past 20 years? Mr. Wahab, tell me, please. Solomon, I will be very glad if you can connect me with Mr. Wahab. Please connect me with Mr. Wahab. He's my boss. He's my boss. So I would like you to connect me with him. I just want to ask him the benefit of this APC and PDP in this country for the last 10 years. Please, if you can connect me with Mr. Wahab, I'll be very glad. If you can join me, if Mr. Wahab can join me. So, let's try to change something about this country. PDP, APC, they have been into this government for the last 10 years, but we keep on getting poor performance in everything. Our economy is poor, our naira is poor, our everything is poor about us in this country. Everything is poor about us in this country. Eh? And now if you look at this category of people, PDP and APC, if you look at the set of people that are in this PDP and APC, if you look at them, these are the age category, age mate. They are all age mate. Means they have been ruling this country before we even came into existence. Ìyà táwọn bàbá wa jẹ táwọn bàbá wa jẹ tí wọn ò fi gbọ́n sóyẹ káwọn náà tún jẹ ni káwọn náà tún fi lọ́mọ lọ́wọ́. We are a graduate now. We are graduate. If you look at the population of this country, let me say 60% of us are graduates, jobless graduates. Let's call ourselves a jobless graduate. A jobless graduate. What are we now saying? You keep on shouting APDP, APC.
Yeah. Hello.
We are. Hello? Now, can you hear me? Let's stop voting for party. Let's vote for personality. Stop.
Hello, please. I want somebody to confirm to me you can hear me now. Hello, please. Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello, please. Can someone confirm to me if you can hear me?
Can you hear me? Solomon, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello, Tosin. Hello, Tosin. Can you hear me? Please calm down. Can
I
you
can
hear me?
hear you. I can hear you. Solomon, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello, Tosin. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Makinde, for confirming you can hear me. So, thank you for confirming you can hear me. I think here now, if I can see, all right, beautiful. Thank you, because you can hear me. I can see now. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Now, I think if we are not having, let me see, if we are not having Mr. Yinka connected to us again, I would like to say a very big shout out to our people who are following us. Thank you all. I think it's time for us to go now. I don't know if you still have anything to say, you can drop it here. How I wish Mr. Yinka made it here, because there is one very big question from Mr. Wahab asking if he thinks his party will be able to get 25% across. If he thinks his party will be able to get 25% vote, which I don't know as well. But we will do well by Wednesday to meet again. We do well by Wednesday to meet again. I want to say a very big thank you. Okay, Mr. Gabriel is still saying something. From all indication, you seem to be campaigning for your party, but in actual reality, what has LP done on state level that is worth giving a trial at the federal level if you are to compare? All right, I think Mr. Gabriel Otun is talking on structure here. That is what Mr. Gabriel is talking on here, talking about here. So now, without too much ado, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. I so much understand we had a whole lot of drama. We have a whole lot of drama. And what we've been able to do justice to tonight is in search of Buhari's successor, analyzing the options before Nigeria. We've been able to analyze the three seemingly major candidates in person of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of APC, ATIKU of PDP, and also Peter Obi of Labour Party. All we have is just 5 days to go. I don't know what the result will be, but on Wednesday, we are going to be here fully. We are going to be here fully, and it will be a message to the youth. 8:30. We are starting by 8:30 on Wednesday. Please, let's make it a date. Let's make it a date with us. Mr. Gabriel Otun, I can still see it is not about party. Okay, I used to Victor, it is not about party at this time. What has APC and PTB done that is worth giving them a chance again? I used to Victor, Engineer Victor from Lagos. We hear this. So as I conclude, please Do you want to be part of this program? Just like we said, our brother said that, okay, bring me on, bring me on. It's because I have his personal contact. That is why it was easy for us to bring him to the studio. Do you want to be part of this program? You want to analyze on this with us in the studio? On Wednesday, it's just a clarion call to the youth. We are targeting the Wednesday program to the youth. By Wednesday, it will be 2 days to the election. And you know what that means? It's a big deal. Kindly reach out to me, +234 70 60 43 6611, or email olalekansolomon@ymail.com. olalekansolomon@ymail.com. It has been a very beautiful Sunday evening. It's been interesting. Despite all the issues we had at the beginning, I can see the level of engagement, and people don't even want to go. But please, we have to go. Please, as I said earlier, do well to reach out to me. Do well to reach out to me. My email and my phone number is currently being displayed. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wahab. Say right on, Ogurinu, right on. Thank you so much, my leader. I so much appreciate the love. It's indeed very encouraging having beautiful people like this in the house with us. Despite the technical issue, you guys stay tuned. And I want to appreciate everyone that I've made today a success. I want to appreciate you big time. I want to appreciate first and foremost all our online viewers who have joined us tonight online. Mr. Gabriel Otun, Engineer Victor, all the Victors, Samuel Makide, and the rest. I want to thank you all. And most especially, I thank my very good analysts that joined us in the studio tonight, Mr. Lamidi, Mr. Nyinka. Unfortunately, we are unable to have Mr. Wale Salam joining us on the side of APC. So regrettably, there is nothing we can do about it. Very much thanks to my own personal producer and studio manager, Olulabi Bukumi, for the effort and everything put in place to solve the technical issue. It will have been more than this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. My consultant, Lightpen, did a very good work. Even throughout the week, he has been there. Lightpen, the CEO, Israel, Ibukun Afolayan, thank you very much, my very good boss. I respect you and thank you for your commitment towards this very platform. We are getting there together. And very much thanks to my executive producer and founder in person of Sam Makinde. The love has been very massive all the way from Luton in UK. Thank you for always being there, my very good brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until I come your way Wednesday, this very week, 2 days to the election, please don't forget the message. Let's continue to be a good ambassador. Let's continue to be a good youth. Let's do our best as youth. Vote, not fight. Vote, not fight. It is very clear. Mr. Lamidi told us earlier, he told us that we should try our best. We should go to the polling booth with our card and not cutlass. We should go there with our card and not our guns. Please, as a youth, let's be a very good ambassador. My name is Olalekan Solomon Ogunrinu. I am the host and the founder at Reformist Leadership Resource Center. I believe so much that the youth of Nigeria, we are rising up and we are getting there. Till I meet you on Wednesday for our midweek chat, I say a very wonderful night to you all. And please have a very good rest. See you when I see you next. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you.